Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. On the program is Joe Fuccillo, who's the CTO of Nectar. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Rich. Thanks for having us.
Likewise, I'm thrilled to have you, and thanks for being here. I wanted to start out by talking a little bit about your company and what you're doing.
Great. Our company, we're a software company. We specialize in management and monitoring of converged networks. We have two software products. One of them focuses on real-time management and monitoring of what the industry now calls unified communications, everything from the PBX to the voicemail systems, the IVR, the networks underneath them, the routers, the switches. Very, very complex. We deal with things such as voice quality, lots of information. And our product has two audiences. It's designed for the systems integrators and the VARs resellers and carriers who want to offer managed services to their customers. Our platform enables them to, it was built from the ground up for the MSP market. And it has tremendous value to the actual end client because that information is publicized on dashboards to them, and for end clients who have a large amount of internal staff who kind of what we call self-maintainers. So if you're a self-maintainer and you have a large technical staff, then the product is fantastic for that audience.
Are there any particular markets, such as, let's say, financial, hospitality, insurance, where you're seeing a bigger amount of interest lately?
You know, it's interesting because telephony, unified communications, it touches every vertical market. So if you ask where our greatest penetration is, it's in customers of the most complexity. So companies who are converging multiple PBXs and sites onto a unified platform. So more of, I'd say there's a higher interest in general larger customers, multi-site customers. As far as vertical markets, I don't contact centers go across all vertical markets. Sure. Very, very important in contact centers because it's highly distributed today. There tends to be agents all over the world. Calls are routing because of the technology. Calls are routing anywhere in any place, which is very powerful. It also can be very difficult to troubleshoot when they don't work the way you expect them to, because of the amount of complexity in those systems. We're seeing it in hospitality. We're seeing it. Retail is very, very powerful for us. Our other platform, our ESM, which is our enterprise session management platform, which allows companies to take individual sites and kind of unify them and interoperates with the SIP carriers. Mm-hmm. It's like a middleware software product that kind of does the security and management. Hugely popular now again in that retail multi-segment customer. So. And the two products interoperate because we provide visibility into for the end customer into what's going on, both from a performance and management, as well as the reseller or the carrier, as to what's going on.
Now, since I've last spoken with you, I think it was maybe a year ago or so. Can't remember exactly, but it's been a little while. There's been a Nortel acquisition by Avaya, and I'm curious if you've seen the market, any market reaction to that, and any changes, anything of note.
There's been the market is just tremendous changes. I wouldn't say I'm amazed, but it's amazing to see both the consolidation in the market in both technology companies. As now, if you look at the enterprise telephony market in the U.S. And the large scale, there's only a couple of credible companies you can go to today if you're a bit large company looking for a solution. So there's less choice. I think underneath that, the partner community is under massive consolidation. The market's changing. Managed services and recurring revenue are much more important to the health and stability of the systems integrators and resellers.
Sure. The margins aren't there on the hardware anymore, right? And even the hardware is becoming the commoditized off-the-shelf hardware.
Correct. And then the customer, rightly so, has felt like they've been paying a pretty expensive penny for what they traditional break-fix maintenance, and they've questioned the value of that.
Sure.
And that's evident in what the price per port that you'd see in the traditional maintenance.
Sure.
So what our software is doing is really helping those partners who do provide maintenance and manufacturers bring a lot more value to the customer. And therefore, taking what is break-fix maintenance and moving into proactive real-time monitoring with reports and visibility and dashboards that drives back up the recurring revenue.
Okay, so you've got a number of different customers. If you can give me on the different customer groups you have, 30 seconds for each of them, why they should call you right now after seeing this video and request information about maybe buying your services or your software?
I'm going to break my customers into 3 segments.
Okay.
So customer 1 is the actual partner community.
Okay.
If you are a systems integrator, a reseller, a carrier, and you want to drive your average revenue per customer up, you want to get into proactive managed services and the margins on that, you need to call us. We have the best platform in the marketplace. It was built from the ground up for that market.
That's one.
That's one. The second one is the enterprise customer, the actual end client. If you're managing complexity, if you've got converged networks, you're moving towards SIP trunking where your WAN and your PRIs are becoming one network.
Fortune 5,000 or greater?
Yeah, below anyone from the Fortune 100 to the 5,000.
Okay.
Anything above that's probably going to be some sort of managed services
Okay.
or customer.
Okay.
They need our product is what they need in order to have.
Okay.
And the third customer is anyone who's consolidating their network and moving towards SIP trunking.
Okay.
Which is a little different from management
Sure.
monitoring. We have a platform that's cloud-based,
Okay.
so they could minimize their upfront investments.
Sure.
And also we have for the large customer who wants to put in their own data centers, we have a platform for them, and that manages, again, that conversion from the TDM to the SIP world.
That was the AGN acquisition?
Correct,
Is that right?
correct. Yeah, that's right. We
Taxed
did-
my brain pretty
we
hard
did
on
buy
that one.
AGN a while
You may
ago.
see some smoke if there. 30 seconds left. What's next for the company?
What's next for us is continue to bridge the chasms. There's application servers, there's technology chasms, and then there's also helping customers move into the IP world, because the benefits are tremendous if they can eliminate lots of lines and get intelligent call routing, so any phone number can route anywhere, and the technology is great, but getting it mainstream and making it so that you don't create a management nightmare is very important.
Great. Thanks for being on the program today.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.